Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Bear Shannon, and I'm a reference librarian at the Haverford Township Free Library. And here is today's Reading with Reference. My book group here at the library, Hooked on History, has been reading The Splendid and the Vile by Erik Larson. I've already told you about this book in past Reading It with Reference. This is about Churchill's first year in office during the war. And now that we have finished this, the group has turned to some other books about Britain's involvement in World War II. I'd like to talk about Dear Mrs. Pierce by A.J. Pierce. It's available in our catalog, and the main character is Emmeline Lake. She's doing her bit for the war effort and trying to stay cheerful, but she dreams of becoming a lady war correspondent. And when she spots a job advertisement in the newspaper, she seizes her chance. But after a rather unfortunate misunderstanding, she finds herself typing letters for the formidable Henrietta Bird, renowned advice columnist for the Woman's Friend magazine. Dear Mrs. Bird is very clear. Letters containing any unpleasantness must go straight into the bin. But as Emmy reads the desperate pleas from women who may have gone too far with the wrong man or can't bear to let their children be evacuated, she begins to secretly write back to the readers who have poured out their troubles. My next book is an oldie but a goodie, but it's worth reading again, The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society by Marianne Schaefer. It's available in our catalog, Overdrive Libby, and the movie that's just been made is on Netflix. So the setting is January 1946. London is emerging from the shadow of the Second World War, and writer Juliet Ashton is looking for her next book subject. She couldn't imagine that she would find it in a letter from a man she'd never met, a native of the island of Guernsey, who has come across her name written inside a book by Charles Lamb. As Juliet and her correspondent exchange letters, Juliet is drawn into the world of this man and his friends, and what a wonderfully eccentric world it is. The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society, born of the spur-of-the-moment alibi when its members were discovered breaking curfew by the Germans occupying their island, boasts a charming, funny, deeply human cast of characters, from pig farmers to phrenologists, literature lovers, and all. So again, that is a book and is now been made into a movie. A couple more things to suggest. Foyles War, which was a series, eight seasons between 2005 and 2015. The DVDs are available in our catalog and also on Hoopla. The main character, Detective Chief Superintendent Charles Foyle, is a widower, a quiet, methodical, scrupulously honest, and frequently underestimated by his foes. Many of his cases concern profiteering, the black market, and murder during World War II. And he's often called to catch criminals who are taking advantage of the confusion created by the war. This is set in Hastings in the south coast of England. The series touches on the home front and challenges it posed for Britons during the war. It's a really great series, and I highly recommend it. Lastly, I wanted to mention a book I'm reading right now called Secrets of a Charmed Life by Susan Meissner. It's in our catalog, Libby and Hoopla. It starts in current-day Oxford, England. An American scholar, eager to pursue her vision of a perfect life, interviews Isabel McFarlane just when the elderly woman is ready to give up her secrets about the war she has kept for decades, beginning with who she really is. What Kendra receives from Isabel is both a gift and a burden, one that will test her convictions and her heart. And then the story is about 1940s England as Hitler wages an unprecedented war against London's civilian population. Hundreds of thousands of children are evacuated to foster homes in rural countryside. But even as 15-year-old Emmy Downtree and her much younger sister Julia find refuge in a charming Cotswold cottage, Emmy's burning ambition to return to the city and an apprentice with a fashion designer pits her against Julia's profound need for her sister's presence. Acting at cross purposes, just when the Luftwaffe rains down its terrible destruction, the sisters are cruelly separated and their lives are transformed.